Hi, welcome to another day in the life video. It is a Tuesday and we don't usually have a lot of things going on outside the house on Tuesday. My daughter has music, but that's later this afternoon. And so I've already gotten ready this morning. It's 9:30, almost, not quite 9:30. And my kids have started doing some of their schoolwork. My oldest is done with his schoolwork, I think his individual work. So we haven't done any group work. Sometimes, I mentioned this in the last day in life, sometimes they start their work early, which is okay to an extent. I'm glad they're independent and excited to get it done. The problem comes is when I'm trying to get ready for the day and finish working out and doing all that stuff, and they try to constantly interrupt me. If my husband's not available to help them, they'll come interrupt me, and it kind of drives me crazy. So a lot of times I have to tell them that we usually start work at 9 o'clock and they just have to wait. They just have to wait until that time. So anyways, it's been kind of one of those days where they've interrupted me a lot. This morning they were interrupting me as I did my makeup. So my wing liner, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a little bit crazy. They're huge today. The wings are big, so we might fly away. But we are going to do a few Valentine's activities today. It is after Valentine's Day, just a couple days after, but our beginnings of our days last week were so busy that we didn't get things done. We had dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, they all just kind of fell on the same days at the very end of the week. So we haven't really done much. So we're going to do some baking, a little bit of sewing. I also am going to talk about the Night Zookeeper, which is an online creative writing program. And I have a few things to unbox for you. A couple are subscription boxes, and then one of them is another online learning resource. So I'm excited to unbox that for you as well. And then also I've been considering doing a getting to know me video. So if you have questions that you'd like answered, put those down in the comments so that I can know what things you're interested in knowing and what things I haven't already mentioned on here. So put those down below, and then let's get into this day. Hi, what are you doing?
Staying warm.
Oh, can you see under there? What are you doing?
Doing my nap!
Wow. Lydia took a little break to have a snack. She's the snack monster, huh? I'm eating breakfast, and then we have some handwriting going on over here, and then some grammar over there with Alana. And then these two will have a snack in just a minute, and I don't know when the oldest will decide to have a snack. Okay, so it's just barely after 10 and everyone's done with their individual work. So my oldest is gonna do Night Zookeeper. I let them play usually once a week. I'm just very picky about my screen time usage for my kids and for myself. And so he's gonna do that. And so I'm gonna take this time to tell you a little bit about them and how we've enjoyed using their program. Creative writing and just writing in general is really hard for me to get excited about and for me to get my kids excited about. It's just a constant struggle. They get mad at me when I want them to write something down, when we try to brainstorm ideas. They just get frustrated and mad and they don't wanna do it. And so then we usually don't, because I don't wanna fight them, and it's just not fun for anybody. But with Night Zookeeper, that is not the case. So Night Zookeeper is an award-winning creative writing platform that helps improve the writing skills of 5 to 12 plus year olds. Their weekly lessons incorporate games to help teach your children how to write and enjoy the creative writing process. We've only been using this program for about 2 months, and my kids usually only play it once a week. I think the recommendation is twice a week, but I'm very selective about how much screen time my kids get. If you've seen any of my other videos and my recent video about screen time usage, you will know that. And so they play it once a week, and it's been a really good experience so far for them. One of my favorite things about this program is how strongly it encourages the use of imagination, and the stories are created around things my kids are interested in. So my kids loved creating their own Night Zookeeper avatar. Creating characters is one of the greatest things about this program. It's just so much fun for them. And they are usually creating some type of Pokemon because they love Pokemon so much. They're obsessed with it. So another aspect of this program I really love is the writing prompts they give and the writing goals. And so they give these different prompts. You can choose. I don't know if this is applicable to the older age groups and the younger. Most of my kids are still in the younger age groups, but when you go in to write some sort of story, like a short essay, paragraph type thing, they'll ask if you want sentence prompts or if you don't. So you could just kind of totally freestyle it, or they'll give you some sentence prompts to kind of help you along. And I think this is so great because for me, the hardest part about writing is knowing where to start. So sometimes if they just give you that little bit of encouragement, you can think of the rest of the sentence, the rest of the story, but you just need that little bit of help. So along with the prompts, they have writing goals, and this is where the kids can earn some orbs. I believe that's how you say it, which is kind of like their points for the program. And so they can earn these orbs or points by adding certain adjectives or certain transition words or hitting a certain word count. And so I just think it's really great. And then if they're motivated, most of the time my kids want more orbs because then they can do more things in the game with them. And so then they'll go back and they'll be like, okay, how can I add this? And they'll ask for my help. And sometimes, a lot of times they're all gathered in a group around the computer. So even when one person's playing, it's like a whole group party and they're helping each other out and trying to figure out how to spell words and how to write their story. And it's really cute and really fun that it's a group thing. And so I'll make sure all the information for the Night Zookeeper is linked down below so that you guys can check it out if you are interested in giving it a go. Okay, so we're gonna make some lemon raspberry muffins. So I have most of the ingredients out right here. I need to pull the raspberries out of the freezer, but we're gonna use a recipe from a book that's from one of my friends. It's called Pins and Noodles, which I just think is super cute. It's the home ec school. And so they do some sewing and some cooking. That's why it's Pins and Noodles. Again, I just think that's such a funny name and so innovative. But we're gonna make one of their recipes. So this is a subscription they send out every single month. It's $5, I believe. And it's usually themed to whatever that's going on that month. So this one has some Valentine stuff. The thing we're going to be sewing later is also from this. So it's a download and I just print it out and put it in here. So we're going to do the muffins. And I have a few other videos that I've made about the home ec school. So I'll make sure those are linked in the description box below and you can check those out as well.
Now that's how you crack an egg. Not for me. That's not how you crack an egg for me.
Okay. Use those muscles. Okay, Lana, what are we gonna do now?
We're gonna pour our liquid mixture into our solid mixture.
Into our solid mixture. I like that. I told you. Okay, watch out, please. We're gonna see if there's any chocolate chips left by the time they're done because they're gonna eat them all. Okay, Liddy, no more. Liddy, no more.
She's gobbling them.
Here's our muffins. They look delicious. We're gonna put them in the oven and then we'll give them a try. Okay, now we're going to make a mailbox. This is again in the Pins and Noodles for February. So we made the Valentine's muffins and now we're gonna make these cute little mailboxes. So I have the felt. I just got this on Amazon. So I'm gonna let my kids pick whatever color. It doesn't have to be Valentine's. I have embroidery thread. This is from my cross stitching days. I just keep it because sometimes we end up using it. I have some needles and then Velcro for sticking our mailboxes together and then patterns which come in here. So I just printed them out on cardstock and so I'm gonna use those. And so we're gonna get to work on this project and we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, so I am tracing the pattern on here for my kids just because it's a little easier for me to trace, and then they're gonna cut them out. At least most of them will cut them out. My youngest is gonna need a lot of help, so I'll help her. So I'm gonna trace that on here and let them cut it out. Okay, so we have put away the sewing for today. It took longer for some than others, and some were in tears and others were not. So some were used to sewing a little bit more than others. So we'll probably finish it later this week maybe, or maybe I'll do some of this sewing later. I'll show you what I have so far. This is my youngest, so I was doing it for her. So that's what it's gonna look like. I still need to put the little latch on it to hold it closed right up here. So I'm waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up so I can do that. But we're gonna just do a little bit of scriptures and maybe a few books we're gonna read together before lunchtime, because it is almost lunchtime. It's 11:45. But I'm gonna let my kids try the muffins because I really wanted to try one. So I was like, sure, why not? You guys can have one right before lunch. No big deal. So we're gonna try them and see how they like them. You have raspberry on your lip.
Yummy.
How is it, Liddy?
Good.
It's good. So we're drawing pictures of sickles. There's one on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. The glare is pretty bad. So we're talking about harvesting and relating it to missionary work. You can have another one later, okay? The muffin was good. He finished it all. So is this your sickle? You drew it. There you go. And then Mazer has one that looks like a candy cane. And Alana has one that has a little bit more dimension to it right here. Okay, I'm gonna try my muffin and see how it is. I'm excited. Let's see. It's so Valentine's colored. I love it. It's not like overly sweet, which I actually prefer, and I love raspberries, I love lemon, so I think it's delicious. Okay, it is really loud in here, but we're having lunch, so we're just doing peanut butter and jelly for the most part. My husband is eating soup. Sorry, you can't see him. The light is so bright over there. He probably appreciates that. And then we have another peanut butter sandwich going over here. This guy's helping me put bananas in a bag that we sliced up and froze. And now we'll use them for smoothies. Okay, here's my lunch. Sorry, it's really hard to see in this red bowl, but it's taco soup with lots of vegetables and some ground turkey. And then I like to sprinkle some of these red quinoa chips in there to make it crunchy. And then I'll probably have a salad. And then you can see our muffins over there. So maybe we'll have another one of those. It's been snowing all day and it's supposed to snow most of the week. So the girls are gonna go outside and play. Maybe the boys will join them in a minute. Okay, so it is about 1:50. I figured I'd check in right now and we can open some of these boxes. I've been kind of waiting to open a few things with you guys. So I figured I would do it today, but my kids are, half of them are outside. So my girls are still out playing in the snow, making snow angels last time I looked out the window. My husband is teaching his classes right now. He teaches on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Today he's only teaching one. And the other class is taking a test today, so he'll be done earlier than normal. And my boys are in the laundry room just across the hallway from my bedroom, and they're doing melty beads, the perler beads right now. So that's kind of where everybody's at right now. And yeah, my daughter has music in about an hour, so I'm gonna take her to that pretty soon. But I was just gonna show you a few things, and we're gonna first start by going to Past Jackie, because I recorded an unboxing about a week ago because it was a project. I wanted to unbox it then and then show you the project today. So I'm gonna send you back to my past self, and then we'll come back here and you can see the finished project. So I passed Jackie here because I wanted to show you something I'm really excited about, and hopefully it's a project. Hopefully the project will be done by the time this day in the life video goes live, and then I can show you the project at that point. In that video, you can see it. So hopefully if I can get it done, that's ideally what will happen. But this is a new subscription for me and I'm really excited to share it with you. And it is Project Home DIY. And I just think this is cute. Let's get creative. So every month they send you a DIY project you can do at home, like a cute home decor project. I love doing DIY stuff. I just don't have a whole lot of time nowadays to do that kind of stuff. And so any sort of subscription or a way to make it easier for me, I'm all for that. So this is $49.99 a month, or you can get longer subscriptions for, you know, a less amount. I feel like 6 months might have been the longest subscription that you could get. I'm not really sure, but let's open this so I can just show you what's in it, because I haven't cracked into it yet and my table is super wobbly with this. And then hopefully I will have the project finished. I can't really talk today when I do the day in the life video and you guys can all see it. Okay, so when we open it up, it looks like this might be the project. I don't know, it says the world is yours, get out and explore. These are so cute. They're like the little maps and you can mark places you've been. That is adorable. It smells like wood. I love that. I love that smell. So this is cute, this cute little packet that has different supplies in it. I guess I haven't looked into this box much besides the fact I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna try that. So we have a little sanding block in here, some glue sticks. What? There is a hot glue gun in here, guys. There's a hot glue gun in here. This is nice. Not that hot glue guns are very, very expensive, but this is pretty cool that it comes with one, especially since mine is getting old and pretty gross. And then a paintbrush. So we have a nice paintbrush in here. This is exciting. And then these are a whole bunch of the little push pins that you can mark in there, and they're in a very cute container and they're wood. That is adorable, guys. And then this, I don't know if these are paints or in stain maybe. I'm not really sure in here. So that looks, it does smell like stain. That's probably what it is. And then we have some pieces. So we have this that says explore. Guys, I'm excited about this. I'm usually the one making all the projects and cutting them all out myself. And so the fact that someone's doing it for me is fantabulous, guys. It's so great. So we have 4 pieces, I think, of wood like this that are gonna help us put our map together. I'm gonna like run out of space over here. Where should we put these so they don't fall on my toes? And then we have some brackets, probably to put everything together. And then we have our map. So I wonder if we're gonna like Mod Podge it on there. I'm not really sure yet, but that's what's in here. I'm pretty impressed so far. So I'm excited to see how the project all goes together, because I just think, sorry, the boxes fell to the floor. I just think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna send you back to future Jackie and hopefully she will have the finished project to show you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little video. So I'm gonna show you the finished project today and tell you a few more things that I learned since doing the project. So in the unboxing, you would have seen this little bag, and I noticed after I unboxed it, it says welcome starter kit. So everything that's in this bag, which is the hot glue gun, the sanding block, which mine's super dirty from using it, and a paintbrush is just a one-time thing. It comes when you first order the subscription. And then I was just gonna show you my project. I think it turned out super cute. So this map right here, let me scoot over a smidge so you can see better. This map is the United States on one side and the world on the other. And so I think it'd be fun to do both. Right now, this particular kit is sold out online. I think if they have more available, they keep them online and you can go buy them, you know, separate from having a subscription. So I actually bought one from last month, I think. That one's not here yet. But a few months back, they have some of the projects that they've done. But this one sold out because it was so popular is what they said. So if it comes back, I might buy one. I'm undecided if I want to spend, because it's $50, if I want to spend $50 on it. But we have actually traveled a fair amount of places in the world. And so I thought the world one would be better. And so this was just a fun, easy project to do. I really enjoyed it. You get to stain the wood. It's not like a dark stain or anything. And then you put the little, I don't know what these are, whatever they are. I don't know why. I should know because I deal a lot with wood, but I don't necessarily use these kind of like brackets, I guess you would call them. And so I don't know. Anyways, and then this little sign was cute that came with it that was cut out. And then I marked where we've been. So I taught English in China. That's why this one's marked over here. I lived there for 4 months. I've been to Africa. I did a humanitarian project there. My husband's been to Turkey. We've been to France together. And then my husband went to Spain in high school. And then we almost moved, almost in quotations. He had a job interview in Colombia out of graduate school. So we almost moved to Colombia. So he's been down there. He does tons of research in Haiti. So that's right here. And then I've been to Mexico. So this is marked like Cancun area. And then United States. Most of them I just marked where we had lived, not where we have traveled to, because that would have gotten too messy. So we both lived in Florida. We lived in Connecticut. Oh, this is not Vancouver, Montreal. My husband's been to Montreal several times. And then we lived in Monterey, and now we live in Utah. So that's kind of what I did with this, but I just thought it was super cute. I'm excited to hang it up. I have to figure out exactly where I want to put it. But if you're a crafty mom, that sounds kind of silly actually, but if you like doing crafts and just don't have time maybe to put something like this together, this could be a really good option for you. And they have some really cute stuff. So I'll put their website down below so you can go look at past crafts and then decide if you want to try it out. Okay, so I'm back. My 4-year-old was in the front door with her snow clothes asking me a question, so I had to go take care of that. So if I'm a little out of breath, it's because I just ran up and down the stairs. But the next thing I wanted to talk about on here was Bookroo. I've had at least one person, maybe there's been more, that have asked about a book subscription that I'd recommend, and I don't really have any, honestly. I know there's some where they'll send you a bunch of books and then you just pay for the ones you want to keep and send them back the other ones, kind of like a Stitch Fix in clothing, but for books. So this one is not like that. You pay and then you get to keep the books. You don't have to pay extra besides what you've already paid. But I wanted to try this one out, and I've wanted to try it out for a really long time because I know the people who created it. But it's a little expensive. At least I personally think it's a little expensive. And so I just never tried it out. But I saw a coupon recently for 50% off. And so I figured now was the time to try it. And I actually think I'm getting another one next month because I didn't know when it was going to bill. And so it already billed. And so maybe we'll show you next month as well. But they have 3 different options. They have board books that's like 0 to 3. They have picture books that are 3 to 6 years old. And then they have chapter books for like 7. I don't know if it's 7 to 12. Let me see if it's over here. 7 to 10. It's on my computer right here. And the 2 younger subscriptions are $20 a month or cheaper if you do a longer subscription, but you also have to pay $5 shipping. And so that's kind of where that's slightly annoying to me when they make me do that. This one is $25 a month plus shipping. So I think it just barely charged on my account for $32, but I got it for $12 plus shipping, which is why I bought it, because it was 50% off. And so I went to chapter books just because it kind of fits better in with where my kids are at. And I also wanted to see if it's worth it. You know, if they're not hardcover books, I don't think it's necessarily worth it because you could get them cheaper on Amazon, but I wanted to check it out and see. So when you open it up, the box kind of just opens all the way up like this. And then it looks like it has a description of what the books are here. So we're going to check out these books, and I'm going to look them up and just see how much they actually cost on Amazon to know what would be cheaper. But if you don't want to spend time looking for books, because these are like personally curated every month, not specifically for you, but they go to a lot of effort to pick these books. And so if you want some really good books that have been really specifically chosen, but you don't want to spend the time doing that, then it probably is worth the money to buy these. But if not, if you'd rather just browse and buy some on Amazon, it's probably cheaper to do that. But I think it's cute how they wrap them up. I remember hearing about this because this is one of my friends on Facebook that I've known for several years. And so she would always talk about how they wrap them up. And so it's like Christmas over here. We get to unwrap some presents. Who knew? This can be kind of loud, so maybe I'll unwrap them and then we'll come back in just a minute. Okay, I have them unwrapped. I have the prices looked up. So the first one is Tofsway. I actually have no idea how you'd say this. I've never heard of this book, but it says by Newbery medalist Cynthia Vogt. I'm so bad with especially children's literature. I just don't even know. So they're both hardcover books, guys. So they're both $17, I believe, on Amazon. I know this one for sure, I think is $17, and so is the other one. So if that is the case, then this box is worth it unless you can find these cheaper someplace else. So that would be like $34 total for the books, and I think this would be around $32, but then it takes out all the time you have to go into it. So in that way, just monetary wise, it's worth the price. So I feel a little bit better about that. actually checking it out and seeing that. But if you do want these maybe in paperback, then, or you can get them in paperback, then it wouldn't be worth the price because you could just buy them a lot cheaper because paperback's a lot cheaper. So this is the first one. And again, it's a pretty, you know, thick book. And then Marigold Star is the next one. So these both sound super fun, I guess. We're always looking for chapter books to read to our kids, and I honestly just never know quite where to start. So that's another reason why I think this might be a good option. I don't know if I'll get it longer than the month that's already billed for next time, but we'll see. We'll see how impressed I am. We might have to start reading some of these books during our reading time for homeschool, and just to see how it goes and see if my kids enjoy them. But knowing that the price of the box is actually cheaper than the books that are inside it makes me feel a little bit better about the box, because honestly, initially I wasn't sure. So this one comes with 2 books every month. I think the board book one comes with 3 and the picture book one comes with 2. So I am so far impressed. I think the packaging is very cute. I love how they wrap them up. It'd be fun to have your kids open them. And then it gives a little thing here that talks a little bit more about the books. So I also like that aspect of it. So if you want to see another unboxing for next month, since I'm getting another one, let me know in the comments and I will open it up for you. Okay, so the last box I have to open for you is an online learning program, and they sent this to me free for review. And so I'm gonna just unbox it today, and then maybe in the next day in the live video, I'm gonna talk about it a little more after we've actually had a chance to use it. But this is from Osmo, and I'm excited to try it out. So they have a cute little note with my name on it right here. So I'm excited to read that. And then when we open it up, we got the Little Genius starter kit. So they let me pick. They have the Little Genius starter kit, and then they have one for older age groups. I can't remember what that one's called. But my older kids are already kind of working with a lot of online things, and I don't want them doing more online stuff at the moment. And so I decided my 4-year-old doesn't really have much that she's doing, and so this would be a fun way for her to learn some of her ABCs and things like that. So I decided to get this one. And let me just open it to show you what it comes with. So this works with a Fire tablet, like the Amazon Fire, or with an iPad. We're not Apple people. I don't think we have one thing that's Apple. And so I have the Fire tablet that we're gonna use with this. And I first saw Osmo on Rooted in Rest, and it actually intrigued me, which it's kind of hard to do when it comes to online tech stuff. But that one did intrigue me because it had a hands-on element and a screen element instead of just a screen element. And so I actually had considered giving it a try, and then they reached out to me. So I was really excited about that. But this is what the box looks like for me. I don't know if it's the same if you buy it yourself. I'm not really sure, but there's a little play mat, it looks like, in here. I'm not really sure what all this stuff is, guys. We're just flying by the seat of our pants over here. So this little play mat, maybe just set all your supplies on. And then it has the little hookup. So this is what, you know, your tablet is gonna sit on and hook up to. So I think it has a camera in it or something that can read the tablet screen. Again, it's all an experiment, so I'll be able to tell you more after we try it out. But then it comes with all the little manipulatives. So I don't know if these are all taped shut. Nope. These ones are different shapes they can make ABCs out of. I don't know if they use them for other things. And then they have this one. I'm not sure what is in. These are kind of cool, like nice containers. I like them. Okay, so maybe dress up type stuff, because then there's a little person right here. So that looks like it's gonna be fun. And then I'm not sure if there are other things in here. I think that might be it. I think that's what's in here. And I know you can buy other additional kits with this that are a little bit cheaper than this starter type kit. And so they can make different, I think I've seen a pizza one. They have a fun variety of things. So I'm just excited to try it out and see what we think about it. So look out for that next day in the life, because that's probably where I'll be giving some of my insights and reviews. And I'm gonna go check on my kids right now because I can hear them screaming and they kind of sound like pigs. So there you go. So it's almost 3:30 and I just got back from taking my daughter to music. I'll have to go back and get her in just a little while, but I think I'm gonna end this video here. I have quite a bit of footage to put in it, so I don't want it to be super long. and we don't really have much else going on today. My kids are just having a little screen time, trickling up to grab a snack here and there, and then I'm gonna make Cobb salad for dinner, so I'm gonna get that ready pretty soon. And then my 6-year-old will practice piano, and that's about it, and go to bed. I have some work and editing I need to do, and it still is a busy day the rest of the day, but pretty boring, busy stuff. So I'm just gonna leave it there. So remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these videos, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.